We are here in Shanghai, courtesy of Huawei, one of the government of Kenya's strategic and reliable partner in our digital economy, which is one of the pillars of our bottom-up economic transformation agenda. I stand here today as a youth leader, being the deputy head of mission here in Beijing, and where I have a very big number of Kenyan students studying in China. So I want to acknowledge that we are truly in the middle of a digital revolution, and in this digital era, we do have to put the youth first, and in that aspect, I want to talk about upskilling our youth with the requisite digital skills that will allow them to be equal players in this digital revolution. And when I talk about digital skills, today as a panelist, I was able to highlight that we need our youth, the Kenyan youth themselves, to be able to drive this data analytics. We want them to understand AI, cloud, and allow them to participate in various programs to be able to earn sources of livelihoods from being in the middle of the digital era. Allow me to highlight that we have been able to form strategic and formidable partnerships with the Chinese government here in China. And just to display why we are here, courtesy of the LEAP Summit, Huawei has been in Kenya upskilling our youth. We've mentioned the DigiTrack program that has been able to move into the remote areas of Kenya and allowing our youth there to gain the basic digital skills. Today we also put a call to action for the partnership to be enhanced and scaled up. As we talk about big data, are we really providing a lot of programs for the youth to be rightfully absorbed, not only in terms of training, but giving an opportunity where they become employable, they become self-employable, but also to be able to really earn incomes from this digital era. And with that being said, what we shall do is to then increase our effort to partner more with the Chinese government. As I said, at the Kenyan embassy, we are out here seeking those partnerships, seeking those opportunities for our youth to rightfully benefit from this digital revolution. And so far, it has been good. We support, we really acknowledge the immense support from the People's Republic of China. We have been able to have bilateral engagements to really speak about how we can improve, how we can increase our programs and be able to bridge the digital divide. As you all know, we need to expand the access for our youth. We need to provide incentives for the private sector to join our efforts as government so that they can be able to rightfully provide a lot of training programs, upskilling, and then the relevant opportunities for the youth to apply themselves, to apply these digital skills in a meaningful way that they will earn decent incomes from. For me as a youth, I want to see that continuity between the upskilling and the earning of the income. So that is what we are focusing on, improving that chain so that at the end we are able to measure the tangible outcomes and the youth can be able to actually feel that this digital economy is theirs and we are providing opportunities for them to meaningfully engage, but most importantly, profit from their own talent. We want to cultivate the talent, harness it, but most importantly, ensure that we are earning livelihoods. They have those incomes.
And it was really to just celebrate the talents that we have. There have been competitions in many areas, like creating digital content. There has also been competition among institutions that partner with Huawei to train students in digital competencies, and I'm very happy that our University of Nairobi was awarded. Among others, we also had one of the Kenyan students who was second place in digital content development. So it was really a celebration of talents. So in the education sector strategic plan for the next 5 years, we are really laying a lot of emphasis on drawing on digital technologies for learning. And so this goes beyond just using like audiovisual materials, simulations and case studies that are digitally enabled to make learning more meaningful, more practical, to actually using digital learning platforms. And with COVID, we learned a lot. We learned that we must go beyond the physical classroom. We must stretch learning beyond the four walls. So in the next phase, we want to see more universities integrating online learning in delivery of the curriculum. And this is really useful because with online learning, we are able to extend the time for learning because students can engage with the material at their own flexible time. And of course, this is celebrated by the establishment of the Open University of Kenya. This is a university that draws on digital technologies to deliver its learning. So students can learn from the comfort of their home at any time by logging onto the learning platform. And all the materials can be engaged asynchronously. That means without the presence of the teacher physically in the classroom. But at the same time, the teacher is available to support offline by through chats, through emails, through one-on-one interaction, active interaction, if need arises on phone. And so we see this as the future of learning, both in terms of expanding access and affordability. Because when you draw on the affordances of technology, then the cost of delivering becomes much easier. So artificial intelligence is our future. And the sooner we embrace it, the better, because it makes work so much easier, it makes learning easier, it makes service delivery easier, and production more effective. So the problem that we have had generally is really the social patterns that have been created. Mm-hmm. So for example, if you want a description of a leader, artificial intelligence will pick the characteristics of women that have been socially constructed within our context, and the women will be eliminated. So what are we saying? We create this knowledge. Let us change our way of thinking. Let us be more creative. Let us be more assertive. Let us be more forthcoming, so that the patterns that we create and then replicated with the artificial intelligence. So there's nothing wrong with artificial intelligence, there's everything wrong with the way we conceive our personalities, our forms of learning. As an education sector, we are collaborating with other universities that are more advanced technologically, that are at the frontier of knowledge in terms of artificial intelligence. And you will recall that just last month, the president traveled to United States of America, and we did sign an agreement with the US in which we shall be collaborating with US universities. And artificial intelligence is one of those areas. So let me just take an example of the fear around examinations. Mm-hmm. With examinations, we have the proctoring software, in which if a student is taking an exam online, that mechanism, the intelligence, will be able to tell the characteristics of their face. And so the most common form of cheating whereby another student would sit the exam for that student will be eliminated. Going beyond that, it also has a way of detecting if a student is opening another website, for example, to search for answers when they are undertaking this exam, and that website will be blocked. So this is such an advanced technology that we should embrace positively. But let me also say, ethics is about the way we bring up our children. It is really a societal problem. As parents, we have a responsibility to bring up our children in a manner that they respect integrity. And that is why, as an education sector, we are placing a lot of emphasis on values, a value-based education. We are emphasizing that in the hidden curriculum, we have to teach children, as students, how to behave well. And the best way to do this is to model good character, right from government to the way the schools are run, to the way our society really delivers on its responsibilities, to the way as a family you are brought up. So it is a whole of systems approach, right from government to a family unit. So I'm actually a pedagogical enthusiast, and my passion is teaching and learning in the most innovative way so that we can help students to produce the best outcomes. So for innovative pedagogy, we must bring in a variety of tools for teaching and learning. Role plays is one of those. Simulations is one of those. Videos is one of those. TikTok is just one of those. Okay? And these are such powerful tools of learning because they stimulate students to be creative, to engage the material, to engage their thinking capabilities. I'll give you an example. If you ask a student what is strategic leadership, in a written test, or give 3 attributes to strategic leadership, they will give you A, B, C, D, walk out of the classroom and probably forget. But if you ask them to create a TikTok video of the same, they have to stimulate their thinking capacity, their creativity, their communication skills, how they are going to share the message in the most creative way that will make their product more attractive than the other student who is producing the same. So the learning is holistic, as you can see.
Yes.
And so it is just one of the tools that we encourage to make learning more creative, innovative, and impactful.
Thank you. Thank you.